The $300 clutch master cylinder upgrade saves you from a $4,000 transmission pull. But the $2,000 coilovers everyone recommends, they make your 370Z slower. Here's every modification ranked by what actually works, backed by dyno sheets and repair bills. Your VQ37 hits 280 degrees on a canyon run, not at the track, on the street. That's why the oil cooler ranks number 1. Mishimoto's 25-row kit drops temps 40 degrees for $600. Z1's 34-row setup costs $800 but fits behind the factory bumper. Skip this mod and watch your oil turn to water at minute 7 of any fun drive. The factory airbox chokes your engine worse than a kinked garden hose. Stillen's Gen 3 intake adds 12 horsepower for $450. Pair it with a Motordyne Shockwave exhaust at $1,200 and you're looking at 25 wheel horsepower total. That's the biggest naturally aspirated gain you'll find under $2,000. But here's what nobody mentions. Those Takeda intakes everyone loves? They heat soak in traffic and lose 5 horsepower compared to stock. Nissan's concentric slave cylinder fails on 70% of 370Zs before 60,000 miles. Not might fail. Will fail. The hydraulic fluid boils, the seal ruptures, and you're stranded with a pedal on the floor. Z1's upgraded master cylinder costs $150 and takes 2 hours to install. The alternative? $4,000 for a transmission pull when it grenades. This isn't a performance mod, it's damage control. The uprev tune that every forum recommends? Waste of money on a stock car. You need minimum intake and exhaust before the ECU has anything to optimize. Even then, you're looking at 15 horsepower for $600. Compare that to a lightweight flywheel. Fidanza's aluminum unit shaves 8 pounds of rotating mass for $400. The car revs like it gained 30 horsepower, except you actually feel it every time you blip the throttle. BC Racing coilovers start at $1,200. KW V3s cost $2,500. Know what both do to your street car? Make it bounce like a basketball over expansion joints. The spring rates that work on Laguna Seca turn your daily commute into kidney punishment. Unless you're actually tracking the car twice a month, stick with Eibach springs for $300. Same look. Keeps the factory dampers that Nissan spent millions developing. Your factory brakes stop a 3,300-pound car from 120 just fine. Hawk horsepower is 5. O pads cost $200 and eliminate dust. Stainless lines from Goodrich add another $150 for better pedal feel. That's it. Those $2,000 big brake kits? Pure overkill unless you're running 20-minute sessions at Button Willow. The stock Ecobonos already outbrake 90% of what's on the road. Fuel starvation hits at 3/4 of a G. Take a hard right with less than half a tank and the engine cuts out. Radium's surge tank kit costs $1,800 and requires dropping the fuel tank. Or you could just keep the tank above half full and save the money for actual performance parts. This mod only makes sense if you're running time attack or doing extended track days. Short ram intakes are the tribal tattoo of car mods. They look aggressive, sound mean, and cost you power. That $200 AEM unit? It sucks hot air from directly above your headers. Dyno proven to lose 3 horsepower compared to stock. At least the K&N filter is reusable when you throw the rest in the trash. Throttle body spacers, electric superchargers, eBay turbos. If it sounds too good to be true on a naturally aspirated V6, it is. That $50 throttle spacer adds precisely 0 horsepower. The $500 electric supercharger can't flow enough air to boost a lawnmower. And those $2,000 eBay turbo kits? Budget $8,000 minimum for a reliable forced induction setup, or budget for a new engine. Here's your optimal build path. First $1,000, oil cooler and CSC upgrade. Next $1,000, still an intake and used NVIDIA Gemini exhaust. Third $1,000, uprev tune and Hotchkiss sway bars. That's 25 horsepower, bulletproof reliability, and better handling for $3,000 total. Skip the wheels, skip the coilovers, skip the cosmetic garbage. Factory sport wheels run 19x9 front with 47 offset, 19x10 rear at +30. You want flush? Go 19 by 9.5 plus 38 front, 19 by 10.5 plus 22 rear. Run two 5540s up front, two 8535s out back. Anything more aggressive requires rolling fenders. Threepiece.us has the complete gallery showing what actually fits without rubbing. The track build looks different. Oil cooler remains mandatory. Add Carbotech XP10 pads, model RBF 600 fluid, and steel lines. Fuel starvation kit becomes necessary. Safety equipment before power mods. Then address cooling, then suspension, then finally power. That Instagram car with the giant turbo and stock oil cooler? It'll last about 4 laps before something expensive melts. Your 370Z responds to mods like a naturally aspirated car should, incrementally. The winners prevent failures and optimize what's already there. Oil cooler, CSC upgrade, quality intake and exhaust, proper tune. 4 mods, $3,000, reliable power increase. The losers promise easy horsepower or try to fix problems that don't exist. Throttle spacers, cheap turbos, track suspension on street cars. If you daily drive it, start with reliability. If you track it, start with cooling. If you just want to look good in the parking lot, buy quality wheels that actually fit and leave the engine alone. The VQ platform rewards patience and punishes shortcuts. Build it right or keep it stock. Everything in between is just expensive noise.